100 naira ko. Estambase ko.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another exciting edition of the program Lagos This Morning. Today being the 30th of April 2023, and it's just about 30 days to the swearing in of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. And this weekend we'll be looking at series of news updates across the country, ranging from politics to entertainment to lifestyle and also sport. But before then, I am Olajide Taufik Olamide, and I have with me here my ever pretty and a wonderful co-host.
I am Adeni Adiola. Welcome to Lagos This Morning.
Yeah, you're welcome to Lagos This Morning. So a lot of you have been asking of Adiola for a while now, and she's right here in front of you. Moving on the program, let's take a look at the top stories we have for you today. PDP's WIKE and MAKINDE beg Nigerians to support President-elect Bola Tinubu.
We won. Your party stole our victory. LP replies Buhari.
Federal government may shift census, plans movement restrictions.
Sudan crisis. Nigerian students orders stranded at Egyptian border.
Heavy rain falls. Planes may overshoot runways. Bridges washed off. Federal government warns.
Plan for subsidy removal June ending on the Congressor.
Senate President Akpabio squares up against Orji Uzo Kalu.
PDP asks international community to impose travel ban on Buhari after May 29.
Wow, lovely news report right here. That's the top story we would be discussing this morning. But before then, let's take a look at the newspaper front pages for you this morning. Right here in front of me, we have The Nation. At the top right corner, we have Sudan. Evacuation of first batch of Nigerians from Egypt suffers setback. Over 7,000 foreign nationals stranded at country's border. 3,600 Nigerians profiled so far for evacuation. That's coming from NEMA.
Fuel subsidy will end in June. Federal government insists. How removal will impact household economy by stakeholders. It is Nigeria's decision to retain or dump subsidy.
Yeah, moving on. APC nears deal on zoning of Senate President. Speaker, party's National Working Committee meets on Wednesday on National Assembly leadership, and also North Central Senators-elect endorse Musa for Deputy Senate President.
Buhari receives Tinubu at Presidential Villa. Rally round Tinubu, time for politics over. WIKE Makinde tells Nigerians.
And also, court stop federal government from concessioning Ajaokuta steel, Itakpe iron ore.
Zenith Bank records 41% top-line growth in Q1 2023.
Yeah, moving on to the next newspaper front page we have for you today. Saturday, Vanguard. Zenith Bank records 41% rise in gross earnings to 270 billion naira in the first quarter of 2023.
Nigerians stranded at Egyptian border. FG laments as Egypt insists on visas by all Africans on transit.
Wow, there's been so much issue and controversy surrounding the Nigerians being stranded at the Egyptian borders. We have other countries, they've actually evacuated their citizens from that place, and they've even forgotten that those citizens were once there. But I think
Nigeria needs to do better.
Yeah.
That's just it. Because even the drivers, like, they stopped at some point.
Exactly.
Like, they are not going again.
Yeah.
They have to collect their passports and be like, once we get there and we are not paid, you're not getting your passports.
Those guys actually said they were paid 30% out of 100.
Why?
So they stopped along the road.
People that are going there to rescue some people out of like a crisis and you're giving them just 30% of their payments. That's quite bad.
Yeah. I think we need to do better than that. Moving on, knocks on Buhari for his statement. If they disturb me in Daura, I will leave for Niger Republic comments. Sheikh Nuru Khalid said the comment is unfortunate, and the MBF, Middle Belt Forum, said it shows he was not committed to Nigeria. Wow. Because as a president, like, you're still the incumbent president of Nigeria, and you're saying that after May 29, if they disturb you, you run to Niger Republic. Because there is a report that he actually built a link bridge or a road connecting Nigeria to Niger. So that means some people will actually come up to say that means right from time he has had this connection with Niger. Some people would even allege that maybe he's not from Nigeria, that maybe he's from, partly from Niger or something.
He said he has done his best, so he wants to go and rest. They should allow him to go and rest.
If we should rest, he can rest in Nigeria. Why not rest in Daura in Katsina State, where he's from? You know, going to Niger.
He can choose to rest anywhere, I guess.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Okay, court stops FG concession plans on Ajaokuta Steel, Itakpe iron ore mining companies.
And also on May 29, Cold War still rages between South-South governors and their godfathers. May 29 is just, it's just here already.
Of course, it's here already.
And then there is still controversy surrounding the result of the presidential election. Yeah. The Labour Party, PDP, and all other parties, they are still in court, for the petition.
Well, this man said he's not sure that Peter Obi is going to win that petition.
Which man?
That's Ned Nwoko.
He said it's just a waste of time.
Exactly. He said once he's sworn as the president of Nigeria, that TINUBU is in control of everything, even the Judicial Council. Yes. So there is nothing much that he's going to gain from it. That he should just stop. Is that possible for Peter Obi to stop? It's not possible.
Well,
he can't withdraw his petition from the court.
Of course, because he's not the only one pushing the petition. There are so many thousands of Nigerians behind him actually want him to reclaim the stolen mandate or something. Exactly. And also, WIKE came out yesterday. WIKE and MAKINDE visited. They are from the PDP, but they paid a call to visit to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the president-elect, and they said the time for politics is over, that Nigerians should rally around the president-elect and ensure that he, do something.
PDP.
They are of the People's Democratic Party. But to some extent, when it comes to politics, you don't just play politics with, you don't just align with those people in your party. The people outside of your party, you are a governor now, you are under the president. Yeah, so you have to align with the president, if you know you want to succeed. If you know you want to have a safe landing. So, and I also think WIKE, to some extent, many people say that he actually worked for TINUBU instead of PDP. I think it was because IU didn't resign. Exactly. So he won't make it a pain them. So because IU didn't resign, he had to I'm going to show you paper. So yeah. Actually, he actually promised Atiku that he was going to do his worst, and he has done it. He did it. Moving on to the front page of Saturday Punch, we have Sudan. Student laments neglects 7,000 stranded at Egypt border. Second phase of evacuation commenced today. Wait, the first phase of evacuation, they are still at the Egyptian border. So where did the second batch want to go to? Are they going to keep taking them and then dumping them in a place where there is no network or nothing at all? Why is Nigeria like this? I believe we will actually do better. Maybe there are still some processes that was being neglected along the line. Maybe, but I believe they are in control. These people should actually get to Nigeria probably today or tomorrow, hopefully. We hope so. Okay, Buhari hails Adenuga at 70. Wow, 70 years old. That's something. Heavy rain, planes may overshoot runways, bridges washed off. Federal government warns, says adverse weather will worsen malaria, waterborne diseases, loss of livestock. State issues flood warning, seek relocation of residents. Police killed my husband for rejecting special duty. Wife of Kwara inspector. It's not my father. His father's killers came for him. Slain carpenter's son. You can get more about that on page 62. He's not my father. Never. All right. FG creating crisis for incoming government by excluding lecturers from pay rise. ASU president. Wow. It's just, ASU is even still having issues now. Federal government is still owing them. So the incoming administration now would inherit all those debts. All the crises of the past.
government.
I think it will really be a very hard one. But
We
hopefully, with the
trust
support of
exactly,
Nigerians and
support of
other
Nigerians
people as
and
well, other politicians, I believe it would actually,
something good will come out.
Yeah. It is time for governance, Makinde tells TINUBU.
Finding true love hard, says Yetunde Bakare.
Is finding true love really hard?
I don't know. I'm going to ask you.
Agbami. Have I found one?
I'm going to ask you.
I'm not looking for true love. I'm looking for true money. I can only talk about money.
Don't you know when you have true love, true money will come? I'm trying to motivate you here.
But I don't listen to motivational speakers. Yeah, moving on to Daily Trust this morning. Again, federal government postpones census.
Passion to tell Muslim stories drove me into movie production, Harabel CEO.
Yeah. Senators mobilize against Akpabio, want Barrow as Senate president. APC governors divided. TINUBU continues mobilizing for ex-Akwa Ibom governor. Kalu Yari permutations thicken.
30 days to Buhari's exit, Nigeria cements 7,000 MW deal elusive. Project on course, Akwa transformer ready, federal government. No impact yet after 4 years, timelines lapsed, experts.
Ganduje government frustrating transition committee. Abba Gida.
Their old baby rescued from dustbin in River State. Wow, amazing.
How can people do this kind of thing?
I don't know.
Dude, when some people are actually looking for, they are praying to God fervently that they want to give birth, just to have even just one. And you go to the extent of throwing your baby.
Even the mother has like, where is the mother's conscience? Like, how will she be able to sleep at night?
I think there should be a kind of sensitization to the people now concerning maybe childbirth or childbearing, that if you know you can't take care of this child, just there's no shame in it. Just bring the child to this motherless baby home. Don't throw them away at all. If you know, okay, they won't collect this child at home or something is going on, or you can't take care of the child for now.
They give the baby up for adoption.
Yes, exactly. Like, I think it should just be, maybe it should be legalized, because I think people shame this kind of people. That, okay, you've given birth at an early age,
exactly.
you know, you're not ready. Something might come up at the way. Some people say something led to another thing. You know, we all know the normal thing is not about something led. The normal thing happened, then you got pregnant. Then after the birth, maybe you, due to the shame or something, you decide to throw the baby away. Just, it should be, maybe to some extent, it should be a little bit, they should, even if they won't legalize it officially, there should be a sensitization that they shouldn't shame these people. Bring these children to the motherless baby home. They should be up for adoption. And people can just, you know, take care of them. And you can, maybe you should just, maybe there should be a contract or something that probably in the next 10 years you can come back for a baby, or in the next 5 years or something. You know, there should be a safe landing, because we can't keep on having this kind of issues.
It's too bad.
Every time.
Bad.
It's too bad. It's so very, very bad. Moving on to the front page of The Guardian. Confusion in Buhari's government over fuel subsidy. Citizens question president's sincerity as finance minister reverses self. No wise government will remove subsidy without plan. Marketers. Policy inconsistency in Nigeria shameful, says okay. You can get more on that on page 2 of The Guardian. Sorry.
Court halt concession of Ajaokuta Steel, Itakwe iron ore mining companies.
Okay, Nollywood could have been a money spinner, but barely gets government support. Wow.
Tayo Faniro, I am a born model. Do you know Tayo Faniro?
Of course, Nino.
The Gangs of Lagos.
Wow, that's actually the first movie I would see this guy, and he actually killed that character completely. He's even now he's more Nino Luo. Sorry, he's more Nino Luo than the normal Nino Luo we even have now.
Yeah, no.
For real, that's how I'm even seeing him now.
Nino.
That Nino is more okay with his character, his
he acted
physique, and
so well, to perfection.
He's a very good actor. Moving on, Sudan crisis, about 7,000 nationals, including Nigerians, stranded at Egyptian border. More on page 2 of The Guardian. Moving on to Saturday Tribune. On Senate presidency, Tinubu's adoption of Akpabio unsettles Northwest. Zone fears losing race for House Speaker as APC National Working Committee meets on Wednesday. PDP
demands visa ban for Buhari over 2023 elections.
Zenith Bank records 41% top-line growth in the first quarter of 2023.
Shareholders at AGM applaud UBA's 2022 performance.
Buhari hails Mike Adenuga at
70.
Wow.
Court stops FG from concessioning Ajaokuta Etakpe.
Bandits demand 46 new bikes as ransom for 46 abducted villagers.
My country, my country. 46 new bikes as ransom.
Yeah, for
Wow.
46 people, like one person per bike. You bring your bike, then you go home. Well, I believe the incoming administration would find a way to curb the problems that's coming from the bandits.
We hope so.
Let's move to the sporting scene. Yeah, we have interesting and wonderful stories this morning. Right here we have Kovacic set for Stamford Bridge exit. Wow.
Okay. Scorecard of Eagle Stars and probables at the Emirates.
Ancelotti compares Vinicius with the Brazilian legend Pele. How come? No, we don't compare such. Sleep is different from death.
Okay.
When you sleep, you wake up, but when you die, you're gone forever.
You're gone forever.
I think it's still too early to compare someone like Vinicius to the legendary Pele. No, it's a disrespect.
Okay. United Nations won't stop Ghana Co. U20 World Cup dream.
Okay, moving on. Silva hails De Bruyne and Haaland, and also Spurs won't sell Kane to EPL rivals. Is it as if they want to actually destroy this guy's career? Because he has over 200 goals without even one Shibionike plastic spoon. No, plastic spoon to even show for it. When you have over about 300 goals, then but you have not, you yet to win one silverware, and they are not allowing you to go to the rival club. I think you should be able to just. I'm not saying you should run down his contract, but that's what some people would actually do. Then they lose him. He will just walk away to the other club or something. All right, that's all we have for you on the newspaper front pages this morning. Right now, we'll go into the main discussions of the day. But before then, we'll be going on a break shortly. You're watching Lagos this morning. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. By the time we're back, the phone lines will be open. And our in-house analyst, Christian Chukwu, will be joining us to shed more light on the top stories. You also have the opportunity to drop your comment, click on the like button, and also call in, and you can have your opinion. Stay tuned. Keep watching Lagos this morning.
100 naira ko, Esambaseko. 100 naira ko. Esamba ko. Andra Nereko, Esamba Seko.
All right, guys, welcome back to the program Lagos this morning, and we have our in-house analyst, Mr. Matthew. He will be joining us on the program, and he will be shedding more light to the top stories. We have a Makinde, and okay. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Lamide.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so the PDP, WIKE and MAKINDE begs Nigerians to support President-elect Bola TINUBU. They are saying that the time for politics is over, that it's time to rally around the president. What do you think about that, sir?
Let me quickly say that it is within the right of everybody, within the context of freedom of association, freedom of speech, to determine who to visit, who not to visit, and statements you make. But having said that, I think it's not within the power of anyone to start asking Nigerians to support or work with a particular person, perhaps because he's the president-elect or so. They have decided what they think is best for them as individuals. So I don't think it behoves on them to impose their opinion on the generality of the people. Election have come and gone. I understand that the president-elect have emerged. The vice president-elect have emerged. I can equally understand that the election or the result rather is a subject of litigation as we speak. Labour Party and the PDP haven't filed their respective petitions at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. So, however I look at it, it is within their right to determine who to support, who to decide to make, as long as they are not infringing into other people's rights. Because you can understand that where your right stops is where the another person's right begins. So I don't think there is anything abnormal with them, both of them visiting the president-elect, because we understood that in the period of the election, it was abundantly clear that a WIKE and MAKINDE were working for the emergence of the APC presidential candidate, who is now the president-elect, Bola TINUBU. So I think for me, it didn't come to me as a surprise. It's even coming late. I mean their visit, and it is not out of place for them to start drumming support for him, having supported him during the electoral campaign, the general election, where it was abundantly clear, in spite of their political affiliation, that they work for the success of the APC presidential candidate. So I think it's really their right in the context of freedom of association and speech. You cannot start handing people or directing them, tagging them, or what to say and what not to say.
Okay, thank you, sir. And also, on the Sudan crisis, the Nigerian students are still stranded at the Egyptian border, and the bus drivers are claiming that they've not collected all the money. But the federal government are saying that they've spent $1.2 million to evacuate the students. So it's like there's a mix-up. So what's your comment about that, sir?
I think there's urgent need for attention. Because on one hand, federal government said why they spend a whopping sum of $1.something million is to take care of the evacuation and their security. And to be quite honest with you, Olamide, I saw a video that trended online the other time where some of the evacuees were lamenting on the roof that they were at the mercy of God or so, as you see them in the desert, being in an hostile environment. So one begin to ask, what about the security that the government claim that is part of the what got the money of $1.something million? That's the one hand. The second one is you do not entirely blame Nigerian government for the difficulty in evacuating Nigerians, because you understand that that place is a very Herculean situation. Yes, it is a very Herculean task evacuating people evacuating their nationals. Because I had a situation where even the best nations of the world, like Germany, before they provided the window of opportunity of that ceasefire, one of the aircraft that was going to evacuation had to turn back to tell you that it's not safe. Even America, in the first phase of the evacuation, they targeted their diplomats alone, and it was in like a commando form, a military operation. So hence there is a window of opportunity of ceasefire, and Nigerian government, we can understand they do not have what it takes to go for a rescue mission. I think that window of opportunity is what Nigeria is utilizing, and they made us understand that they hired about 40 vehicles, buses, to evacuate Nigeria to Egypt, from where they will likely leave them from Egypt to Nigeria. But the worrying aspect is what we are hearing currently, that Nigerian government may not have paid all the money they need to pay to the drivers. I think it raises so much concern, and more so as the safety of those Nigerians who are being evacuated is a subject of interest. I think the government should quickly look into it. If someone somewhere have compromised the responsibility in terms of paying the drivers, I think help must rule at this point to ensure that they will correct that abnormality and get those Nigerians out of that unsafe environment. Because I think what is paramount is that Nigerians who are facing that problem to be evacuated to safety. I can understand another issue that has to do with Egyptian border. The Egyptian government is saying that until you have visa for those Nigerians or other nationals, they will not allow them entry into their own country. But I thought before now, Nigerian government would have put all of that into consideration before thinking of evacuating them from that Sudan to Egypt. But I want Nigeria, because we are in Africa. I think in Africa, based on brotherhood, I think there's a lot Nigerian government can do in terms of making Egypt to shift ground, to allow those Nigerians get into their country for purpose of lifting them back to Nigeria. The worst case scenario, the Egyptian government can say, as you are entering, they restrict them so that they don't move into the larger society, ensure that they are immediately evacuated, or they must be evacuated without straying into their own society. That is their fear. But for me, I think Nigerian government should liaise and synergize with the Egyptian government to ensure that those gray areas are addressed, so that those Nigerians can be evacuated to safety, because that safety is paramount, is key for me.
Okay, moving on to the subsidy removal, the federal government is saying that there would be subsidy removal by June, and then we can see that I don't think there's much preparation when it comes to the receiving end, which are the people. I didn't get you. Yeah, on subsidy removal, there are plans for subsidy removal by June ending. And I don't think now there is no much preparation like that when it comes to the subsidy removal. When it comes to the people, what do you think about the subsidy removal in general? I think it's actually okay.
As at the last count, I'm aware that the federal government has suspended the issue of the subsidy removal, leaving it for the incoming administration to determine the modus operandi. But I'm equally aware the federal government recently have borrowed or signified interest to borrow the 800 million, sorry, yes, 800 million US dollar.
Yeah.
As part of money to cushion the effect of the subsidy removal. I'm equally aware that even if you go ahead to remove the subsidy, that the 800 million US dollar is grossly inadequate to cushion the effect. Because you are targeting the most vulnerable Nigerians that will benefit from that money, and you are looking at 50 million Nigerians. If you do the plus and minus, if you divide 800 million US dollar by 50 million Nigerians, you are merely getting just $16. And if you use exchange rate of 700 naira to a dollar to determine the value of that naira in our currency, you are, an individual will be getting just 11,000 and something naira. So for me, that is grossly inadequate. I think if there is any need to remove the subsidy at this level, the government should think of other ways to cushion the effect. That money that is coming from World Bank is grossly inadequate. Then again, I think what the paramount at this point is we should ensure that we consume before we think of subsidy removal. That's what the will come up on. I'm equally aware that Nigerian government have secured 20% equity in that refinery, and the Nigerian government have entered into agreement with that refinery that they will be supplying 300 barrels of crude a day. I'm equally aware that that refinery has a stock capacity, refining capacity of 650,000 barrels a day. So if Nigerian government will be supplying the 300,000 barrels a day, we would have got the right of fair refusal in terms of buying from them. But even at that, if you do the plus and minus, you agree with me that what that refinery will produce is grossly inadequate in terms of meeting our local consumption. Because if you look at the stock capacity it has, and if you look at all the product that comes out of crude, you are talking about 159 million liters, and PMX accounts for about 75%. So if you use that to do the calculation, you discover that all we are Dangote refinery may be refining a day in terms of PMS, maybe 29.something million liters of PMS. And the record currently show that we are consuming 64 to 70 million liters of PMS a day. So you see that even if Dangote refinery comes on board, it's still grossly inadequate. It cannot meet our local consumption. So that takes us to modular refineries, or rather fixing our moribund refineries to make it operational. So in order not to take much of the time, the point I'm trying to make is that there is need to look into every areas that will ensure that we refine what we consume before the holistic removal of subsidy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Yeah, that's Mr. Matthew, and he actually made a lot of comments when it comes to the subsidy removal, because if we are not refining this our own crude oil, personally, locally we are not refining it, then I don't think any infrastructure out there, just a single infrastructure, will be able to refine what Nigerians would use on a daily basis. I don't think so. And then also the 800 million US dollars that was being the subsidy palliative of 800 million dollars to some extent just $16 per person when it comes to 50 million people. And if we are spending this money on the most vulnerable people are not the one buying this fuel. Yeah. Most of the times. Although those that are buying it will later sell their commodities to the most vulnerable people, and they would in turn add the money on top of it. But those people that are majorly the buyers of this crude oil, what will be their own benefit? If you put the first subsidy on everyone, then you are giving the palliative to only some set of people. I think to some extent it has to be balanced.
I don't think, like what you said, I don't think it is possible for that removal of subsidy to happen by ending of June.
Well, that's what they are saying now.
It is not possible.
Well, for that to be possible, that would be probably they extended the date due to the fact that they'll be swearing in very soon. Okay, we have Mr. Samson on the phone.
Like what you said, I don't think
Good morning, Mr. Sam.
Good morning, Mr. Samson.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, let's have your contribution, sir.
All right. So, let's start with the suspension of the,
Suspension of
suspension of the census.
of the
you know,
census,
the
exactly.
census.
Yeah.
So, you see, one thing that has been problem is Buhari's administration has been a failure when it comes to planning and implementing. I mean, this guys, I don't know how we actually found ourselves in this mess. You know, because Buhari started off so much incompetence that I mean, anybody to come after Buhari must have taken that person a lot of grace and a lot of track record. Sincerely speaking, Buhari, for this remaining days, I, for a president, I cannot wait for this man to just lead that state. I mean, you guys planned for census for over 12 months thereabouts. You guys assured us that everything is all. I mean, about 2 days ago, they were saying this thing was going to happen.
Yeah.
I haven't employed a lot of people. I haven't deployed so many to this program. Now, without any form of accountability of what you have expended, all you did is come out here and tell us that you are suspending the census for the next administration to what? Side. Now, fine, we understand that Buhari is in APC with TINUBU, but they don't get the same name. They don't even think the same way. Buhari has been able to push some critical, difficult situations to TINUBU ahead. Look at this issue now. Now, now let me now go to subsidy removal. Since last year, we clapped, we commended Buhari for passing that bill. Now, for putting it into an act that the regulation will commence by June. For that reason, they reduced the allocation for subsidy. They said it was going to spend 50%. June, when subsidy is being removed, that means all the savings will be diverted into other sectors of the economy. Surprisingly, Buhari's people have not been making any form of implementation, no form of mitigation. They have not been doing anything. Zainab Ahmed, whom I can tell you that Zainab Ahmed, and those two, if Tinubu's regime do not call them upon and prosecute them, then Tinubu is doing himself a service. Because those two guys, and Zainab Ahmed, that lady, that finance minister, that she's always looking so innocent.
Yeah.
Those two people have dealt with us in this country. The fiscal policy and the monetary policy is why we are suffering so much today. Look at why should we be having two different value of dollar? Why should we be having multiplicity of dollar rate? And it is between the fiscal and the monetary policy. Those people have dealt with us. It's coming out here to telling us that the next administration will like you people have already said that you will remove these subsidies since last year. What were the preparations? What were the measures you guys took? Nothing. I cannot push that onto Tinubu. I will not push that on Tinubu because they are the same party. Why has the duty? Okay, you have the duty to start asking with the what people done, but they did not do anything. Now Tinubu will come in, will get in there. Okay, now he will tinker with so many solutions, so many ideas on how, because that subsidy has to go. The $800 million that they collected as loans. Alright?
Yeah.
How do they intend to implement it? We don't even know what's going on with that money. Thank God Buhari's regime is coming to an end. I cannot wait. I cannot even wait because regardless of before the election, I've always said that regardless of whoever wins the election, will be far, far better than Buhari. Because what Buhari did is failed to supervise his ministers. He failed to keep them accountable. He failed to ask them, to give them a task and ask have you guys been able to achieve it. Instead, nepotism blinded his face. He was just advocating for his own kinsmen. Thank God he's going. God is going. Because this is so bad. But of course, I think the man would be able to, find solutions. No, it's not going to be an easy task because Barry has done so much terribly when it comes to economy. In the security way, infrastructure, yes, I might give him some kudos. But in that security, in that economy, this man has what? He has failed woefully. He has failed woefully.
Okay. How about the WIKE and MAKINDE issue? WIKE MAKINDE begging Nigerians to support the president-elect TINUBU. They're saying that the time for politics is over, that now they should rally round the president-elect.
Well, when it comes to governance, you have to just, you have to put your party aside, because what we want is the Nigerian dream to come to a reality. We want the Nigerian dream to come to a fruition, whereby we will see so many foreign countries coming down to our country for tourism. I mean, we want our nation to go back to the old days where we have Saudi Arabians, Indians coming for medical tourism in the, the Badon, hospital. Those are the things we want. So, those who are in court, yes, what they are doing is constitutional, but of course, we must, for the fact, put Nigeria first. Right? We must put Nigeria first. No matter how good things are, okay, you cannot lead a nation if you don't have followers behind you. You remain a leader for as long as you have followers. You remain a president for as long as you have citizens who are in a peaceful environment. That's just the truth. As of today, now, Sudan has no president. Sudan right now is a jungle whereby only the fittest will survive. Yeah. And we don't want a Nigeria to what? We don't want to get into such situation. A WIKE that give vibes are formidable oppositions. Alright? Now, the mistakes article made, I believe he would always wake up in the middle of the night and look at himself in the mirror and ask himself that question, that why did I become so arrogant? I am sure he would do that. Of course, he wouldn't show that in the front of the camera, but I am sure he asked himself that question, why did I become so arrogant and so deaf? That means that I just became so confident that these guys had no relevance. It is there. The results are spoken. Alright? The results are spoken. The courts that they have, we all know they have a slim chance. But why they are the courts, they shouldn't even try and, encourage that irreconciliation that you are becoming too selfish and you want to get destructive. And this is why I keep pleading with my, with all those people who are supporting OP, and I tell them, listen, at the end of the day, what we want is a greater country, right? And we must understand that someone would have been matched. Forget the fact that, let us ask ourselves the simple question, if people are to do it together, people can answer. They would have given him answer no matter what he wants to say. Because that was what took APC to defeat PDP in 2016. They had to together to unseat PDP. But they didn't do that. They made a mistake. But for as long as we just want the emotions and the sentiments to keep beclouding our logical reasoning, and people are in court, yet the vice president is coming. Vice president will be coming out saying that if they inaugurate, that this country will come. It doesn't work. This afford to check out if anything happens. We are left to ourselves. You know, we must come to the reality. The only thing we can pray for is if this man comes in there, he should do things that are right. Alright, he should do things that are right.
Yeah.
We have so many potential that we cannot afford to remain in this abysmal position that we find ourselves, whereby all African countries can just, you know, demean us, they can just downgrade us. You know, I was watching the news and they said these guys are just one, you know, at the outside boundary, and they will not let them in because the Egyptians need a call from President Haba.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't happen to an American citizen or neither to a Dubai citizen. A Dubai citizen will not knock at an Egyptian border. They won't ask me, they will not let it. They will not let it in. So this country needs to be recovered back to old glory days, and even to a more anticipated, you know, brighter future. I hope we work as a team. That's my own prayer every day. That's my own prayer. I read something while I was not quite alone. I read something on one of the YouTube channels now. They said that APC is asking Obi to withdraw his case. Otherwise, Southeast is marginalized. And I said that I was like, no, this is impossible. This doesn't make any sense. That when you become the president, you become the president of all.
Yeah.
That's all the truth. To become the president of all. In a situation whereby you are asking them to come and play along, now you tell them to probably bring their nominations for ministerial positions and they don't submit it. Then, you know, claim to everybody that yes, these guys are not ready to play along. And that's my stand. But in a situation whereby you try to coerce people, try to force them not to go to court and see them as if they don't drop. No. That's unconstitutional, undemocratic. Alright, so I don't know how true that is. I just saw it and I just saw it in flash news. I don't know, I've not decided to open. I just saw the headline and I was like, no, this doesn't make any sense. So, you know, so we have to remain democratic and as well we have to love ourselves. That's just the truth.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sampson. Thank you. All right, that was Mr. Sampson, and lovely and wonderful comment right there. You can still drop your comment and you can call in as well if you're part of this program. You can hit on the like button. There is a sizable number of people watching us right now. You can do well to click on
incoming voice call from +3938.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Olamide.
Yeah, Mr. Odize Chima.
Yeah, how you people doing?
Yeah, fine, thank you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Olamide. It seems you have sold my sister for your sister.
She had an important meeting to attend to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Olamide, unfortunately, I have to go straight to the point because I have less time to discuss here this morning.
Oh, wow.
The last caller,
Yes, sir.
Mr. who claimed to be Mr. Samson, aka Olamide Adegunwani. In the next few minutes now, if Christian starts bystander, he will start answering on Adegunwani. But your platform is answering Mr. Samson. That's the kind of people that we see in Nigeria. Unfortunately, we keep blaming our politicians. It's crystal clear that we have criminals and people that are not sincere as politicians and leaders. But unfortunately, we have more foolish and corrupt-minded individuals and citizens of Nigeria, and that is so pathetic. When a young man of his caliber will come out and start supporting injustice because maybe he's truncating from one area of Lagos to another, eating from peanuts from one of these politicians. That is why maybe if TINUBU becomes the president of Nigeria, his boss, maybe his boss in Lagos there, maybe it's someone he's serving or someone he's under. his political godfather will get a better post. Then he will enjoy from there. That is the whole thing. That is why this young man has been messing around in the whole social media, from Channel TV to Flip TV, from Flip TV, everywhere you see him, you cannot see him mention doing some comments or without mentioning Mr. Peter Obi in his mouth. Peter Obi is nightmare, just like Peter Obi is the nightmare of many people. The young man, Mr. Peter Obi, is just trying to systemize Nigeria, bringing Nigeria to what a country is supposed to be. Unfortunately, Mr. Nili was here this morning. I can say he was criticizing Buhari that Buhari has messed up the economy. But forgetting that his boss, his demigod, TINUBU, is part and parcel of this government. Mr. Buhari to a greater extent brought Mr. TINUBU to a greater extent brought Buhari to power. Let's not forget in in 2015 or 2019, Buhari was everywhere with TINUBU, John cutting from one to the other, telling lies to people, promising heaven on earth. Today, we almost got some days, few days to the end of this tenure, after good 8 solid years wasted for nothing. You cannot count just one single thing this man called Buhari has achieved in Nigeria. From economy to infrastructure, from infrastructure to anything. He has made Nigeria up. He's called F9 parallel. So far, he's the worst president that has ever existed in Nigeria. Even a blind man can say it. Due to he filled his cabinet with people that are incapacitated, people that are incompetent to handle affairs of the nation because of his tribal or because of his tribal ethnic sentiment. Now, this same TINUBU and the APC-led administration, they were kicking against Jonathan, labeling Jonathan, positioning Jonathan as a criminal, as a bad man before Nigeria. And many gullible Nigerians fall into their trap and speak. They are saying, alleging that there's nothing like subsidy. That subsidy doesn't exist. That Jonathan is stealing money with his cabinet, he's just using that as a means to check for money. But today, this TINUBU now is coming out to tell people and telling people that there is subsidy and they are going to remove subsidy. Now, Nigerian people, as gullible as they are, they cannot really ask questions. The first thing a good leader must do is should have come out in 2015 to tell us that there is no subsidy, that it only exist, blackmailing the former administration of Goodluck Jonathan. The first thing you have to do is to come out openly and apologize to Nigerians openly in the pub and tell them that you made a mistake. That you blackmailed an innocent man because you want to take power from him. Today, this power has been given to you on a platter of gold. After you must have, because I know that Mr. Buhari didn't win didn't win that election. He got it with threat. He was threatening hell on earth. Mr. Jonathan being a humble and innocent man that he doesn't want problem. He gave way for him. And this is like great good news now. Buhari has never, I don't know, he has turned Nigeria upside down. Unfortunately, instead of finishing well, Nigerians voted. At the long run, he truncated everything and gave it to the person of his choice. At the long run, in the election, in broad daylight, and telling people to go to court. How do you think that the criminal administration will work? Since people are not Nigerians, majority of Nigerians are not in alliance with him. If one can rule people, you must be. If two doesn't agree, they cannot tango. They cannot work together. Now he's coming out to tell us that this, that. Well, we are watching. For WIKE and MAKINDE, they are the highest betrayals of the century. Okay? All these shenanigans that Mr. WIKE especially is playing has been playing is because he's looking for a soft landing. He doesn't want the probe. He doesn't want someone that will probe him after his administration about messing up with the public fund. That is the only thing. Now you are going to greet TINUBU as what? This is a clear anti-party act. You cannot be in PDP and be messing around and going out to be saying Nigeria should what? The TINUBU win election in Rivers State. That should be the question. If on a good day, under a free and fair election, the Rivers State people they openly they said that we come out from Rivers State. We shame with the so-called WIKE. We tell him that he's nobody because the Rivers people will get their 90% votes to Mr. Obi. I'm going to the IREP portal. You go there and watch. When they uploaded there, that is still there. It's not when they declare that Obi won that place, but they declare another thing and gave it to TINUBU. And somebody in his right senses, like I didn't want you, will come out here and be supporting evil. A man that still, a young boy that still have a long way to go in life, aligning himself with evil, with these old men that are almost inside their grave. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Being born as a Nigerian, honestly, it's a big disadvantage anybody can ever get in life.
Wow.
Look at the students in what is happening, playing out in Sudan. This is a clear case of corruption. This has been their way. $1.2 billion. You know what is $1.2 million? The money is there. There's many people are. You're playing hanky-panky game on how to siphon the money and it will die just like it has been doing it. I can remember a case just like last year or last year when the NDDC something or something official that when they were doing him interrogating him. He openly fainted without nothing like fainting. He fainted. Up to this moment, I want to ask you, where is that case? Has anybody ever heard of that case again? This is what is obtainable in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a country with a banana republic where people can do whatever they want and go where we need because they have the power. Go over to Europe. I want to give you an instance. A great politician in this country where I'm living right now in Italy was thrown out of office. He was forced to resign. You know what he did? He only recommended his phone call. He called his colleague that is in a higher office. Please, my son needs a job. I want you to fix him up. I want you to give him work. He was asking his colleague to give his son work, which in Nigeria is not the country that's normal. But in here, that is corruption. You can make give people something that they didn't merit on in any way. They have to go through process. That is what is called a country. Until Nigerians show this ethnic sentiment, just like Adegunwan is aligning with TINUBU because TINUBU come from the Yoruba part of Nigeria, which I'm very sure that in the next 4 years, not every Yoruba man will be a trillionaire. Not every Yoruba man will be a millionaire on that table. People will still suffer. That here Yoruba man is in Nigeria as the president. Doesn't make you, doesn't give you immunity to poverty. Doesn't give you immunity to suffer. TINUBU, Buhari has been the president of Nigeria since 2015 up to today. He's from Katsina. Go to Katsina today. Katsina State is one of the worst states, security-wise, hunger-wise. They even stole him when he came there.
Yeah.
What impact has the presence of TINUBU played in Katsina? Jonathan is from Otwoke. Today, there's no good medical man in Otwoke. I'm telling you, go there and ask him. They see good medical as nobody. Then why should you be jumping up and down that the Obama and TINUBU is the president of Nigeria? What impact will it play to you as a common Nigerian? That is foolishness to the highest. I don't care where the president comes from. If the president come from Wonderful, that is not my. What I want is good governance in Nigeria. A country where I will look back and see, okay, this is my country. If I carry green passport, I will be very proud to be going around with green passport. But that's not the case. Today, as a Nigerian diaspora, if you want to see how Nigeria has been degraded, then people doesn't regard Nigeria as anything again. Carry the green passport and travel. Go to one airport. Go with the Ghanaian in the same line. On the check-in, Ghanaian will present his passport. You as a Nigerian will present your passport. They will keep you for some seconds as a Nigerian. They will do some extra touch on you. Because they know you as a corrupt, you are coming from a country that was nothing before them. This is how Nigeria has been reduced. See Egypt, Ethiopia. They don't even respect Nigeria as the giant of Africa they claim they are. They are blocking Nigerians from passing through their fellow African country. That says a lot about the country we say we belong to. Honestly, every common Nigerian should be weeping by this time because what is coming before us is even worse. I don't see any change because these people are the same. Passing the baton from TINUBU to from Buhari to TINUBU doesn't change anything. It's just like changing clothes. You went into your room and change clothes. You see the same people. God bless you, guys.
Yeah,
You have a wonderful
thank you
day
so
ahead.
much. Thank you so much, sir. Right. Yeah, that was Mr. Aditi Chima. Okay, guys, you're still watching Lagos this morning. Let's take a look at our feedbacks. We have Mr. Imafino. Good morning, Christian and everyone here. Happy weekend. Well, this is not Christian. I'm Olamide. King Joe Ogba, good morning to you, my people. Good morning, King Joe. Dutchman Pounds, good morning to you over there.
Good morning.
Chukunonso Nweke. Wike is playing dirty game. Betrayer like him, never you trust him. Well, many people say okay, it's a betrayal and the likes. People like Mr. Sampson actually said that there's freedom of association. You can actually freely talk to someone else from another party.
Anyone you want
But to some extent, is a kind of breach of the party's constitution because you can't be in a particular political party and be supporting the other party without decamping to that party. I think to some extent, maybe the party would actually do something about it.
I think we can actually want them ahead. Yes.
Maybe due to what Atiku did.
Exactly, due to what he did, he wants them like, you won't like my
reaction.
My reactions, exactly.
Okay, Mr. Oluwasegun Oladimeji Adelani, Nigeria is about to blow, positively or negatively. Because if you hear someone is about to blow, that means the person is about to get successful or something.
We don't know. We don't know what awaits us in future.
All right, guys, so we are coming gradually to the end of the program. We take a look at so many news updates from PDP's WIKE and MAKINDE begging Nigerians to support President-elect TINUBU. To the Labour Party replying, Buhari, we won.
Your party stole our victory.
And also, federal government may shift census plans movement restriction. On Sudan crisis also.
Nigerian students ordered stranded at Egyptian border.
Heavy rainfalls, planes may overshoot runways as bridges washed off. Federal government ones. We actually think the government should be thinking of ways to resolve or some proactive measures to take while the rain is still coming now. Because right now we having the flood already here, but by the time the rain starts getting into the place like consistently, it might be out of hand. So I think right now there should be some proactive measures being taken by the government, not only to announce it to the people that the storm is coming or the rain or the flood is coming. What are those measures that are in place to ensure that these things are are in check? Order. And also the census being postponed for the past 10 or 11 months or so now. They've been preparing for this census. A large amount of money would have been spent,
of course,
on building the website, hosting the server, on the people, sensitizing people out there, and also lecturing these people, training this would I say ad hoc staffs, those staff that would actually go out there to carry out the census process. But right now they're saying they want to give it to the next administration. How do we account for what they've spent? Do you do the account for this administration, or you take it over to the next administration?
Once the next administration should come in, they'll be like, they have debt.
Exactly. I think it would actually cause a mix-up or something.
Exactly.
But because both the incumbent administration and incoming are in the same political party,
exactly.
so I don't think there should be much issue about that.
We hope so. All right, plan for subsidy removal June ending on Kurakuras.
Senate President Akpabio squares up against Orji Uzo Kalu.
PDP asked international community to impose travel ban on Buhari after May 29.
Well,
I think he is free to travel wherever he wants to.
Yes, they are asking the UK to impose a travel ban on him due to the infractions that came up during the presidential election. They're saying that it was not
He
really
can
good
travel.
enough. I don't think that would be possible. I don't think so.
Possible.
All right, guys, so we've come to the end of the program today, the weekend edition of Lagos this morning. So we'll see you again on Monday for another exciting edition of the program. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide.
I am Adeni Adiola. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye for now.
Bye.
100 naira eko. Let's go,